Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my playthrough of Digimon Rumble Arena for the PS1. Last time we finished up with Agumon, and this time I'm going on to Gabumon because we have, again, another couple of Digimon to unlock with this one. For those in the know, you know exactly who I'm talking about, as well as Metal Garurumon, but you know who else it is, and for those of you who don't, I am not spoiling the surprise. I'll just say this, it's one of my favorite Digimon in this game, and probably the entire canon, him and Imperial Digimon both. I'm surprised they didn't put Dragon Mode in this, though, because if you can get away with something like Metal Garurumon, I mean, why not? And man, Gabumon's moveset is... Whoop, there goes Vmon, but his moveset kind of works. Okay, if you're gonna do that, then yeah, I can do the I can do the same. And then he can just do that to me. Come on down here. Man, that Metal Wolf Claw, which, yeah, let's call it that for whatever reason, is so... because it stunned him long enough for me to do other things. It's kind of cheap. And my meter's still kind of full, too. Oh, that would have been great if that had shoved him in the fire. Like it shoved me in the fire. Hey, whatever works, right? And we have our Mega Form well before he does. Well, I say well before, more like 5 seconds beforehand. Yeah, fine, I'll just do that then. Ow, and then I'll get blown up. Aw, damn, that would have been amazing had it just been him, but no, I had to fall in. Oh, that was about as perfect as you could hope for. Either way, Vmon's down.
Hey, that was great. You win.
Like I said, it's funny. The time limit's only set to 90. Well, then again, we don't even do the full 90 seconds. I'd say we do about 30 per. That's only about a minute, so how the hell does it take so long to finish one campaign for somebody? I mean, I guess the good thing is like I said, I've done this before, but it becomes kind of repetitive after a while, but I guess I'm motivated. That's the good thing about recording, is it motivates you to do things. Where are you going? Whoa, whoa. No, no. This is mine. This is mine, damn it. Like, where do you think you're going? No. Although this does make for one of the most epic confrontations from the actual series, so even though you digivolving didn't really help matters. Doesn't really help if you can't get in there and do something. Although, shoot, his meters just chucked him right over the edge. That was his plan. Just stay there and take it in the face until he can digivolve. It's like, as useless as the computer is against you in this game, they do know when to digivolve, that's for sure. On. How did he... Yeah, get back. How did you get around me like that? That was the weird one. No! Aw, you cheap jerk. That was actually a pretty good counter to my finishing move. Or my special. I say finishing move because of all the wrestling games I've played. But that's essentially what it is your finishing, your special move, you know. Whatever you want to call it.
You win.
Good, at least we get off this course, though. In all honesty, might be my least favorite course in the game, just because of the, just because of the tight confines of the battle space. Like, I like the ice one more, just because it's a lot bigger.
Ready?
Speaking of which...
Rumble. New blender! New blender! Hey! Hey! Point attack! Point attack! Point attack! New blender! Point attack! New blender! New blender! Point attack!
My moves are better.
New blender!
Oh, wow, that was actually pretty cool timing on that part. To where he fired it off right as mine hit him. Like, how is that even possible? Won't have time to think about it. He'll be dead soon enough. Yeah, biggest problem on this course is my Metal Wolf Claws causing me to push back on the ice a little bit. Oh, come on, go in the water. Go in the water. Yep, there he goes.
You win. Ready?
There he goes into the water.
New blender! New blender! Digivolution.
And, okay, technically that's wrong, because in Season 3, they didn't really warp Digivolve as much as it was biomerging Digivolving, which, yeah, let's explain that to the kids. That's the weird one. Where, I guess, to reach Mega level, the Digimon fused with their tamers, because... Oh my god, I'm never gonna get that move off. But no, they fused with their tamers to become the, become the Mega levels, which kind of set the groundwork for Season 4, that's for sure, because that was... Ha! Jerk. But that set it to where the kids in that one became the Digimon, which I hated that at first. Like, I hated that concept when I first, like, watched an episode or two before I watched on a regular basis. But then I watched I binge watched every season at that point, including, like, 6 wasn't out yet, but 5, like, 1 through Data Squad, basically Adventure through Data Squad was out. I binge watched all those. Got to Season 4, was a little tentative just because I knew, but then I watched it and I'm like, this is actually a really good season. And the kids turning into the Digimon, that didn't really irk me in the end. It wasn't a bad concept. Like, it was, like, I thought it was, basically it's the kind of thing that's dumb in theory, but good in execution. If that makes sense, because there are some things that, are good in theory, but then they're really, like, they mess up horribly in execution on them. This was one that I thought the concept was dumb, but then it worked. Like, it actually worked. And, in all honesty, Season 4 might have become one of my favorites. I think I'd put it above both Tamers and Data Squad, and for those who don't know... Okay, I'll break it down for you. The first 2 seasons in Japan were called... And I'm already losing my thoughts on this one. Every season in Japan had had a different name to it, where over here it was just, like, Digimon up until Data Squad, where then it became Digimon Data Squad. Over in Japan, Digimon Seasons 1 and 2, probably the most well-known, were known as Digimon Adventure and Digimon Adventure 2. Then Season 3 over in Japan was known as Digimon Tamers, while over here it was just Digimon. They were all, up until then, Digimon Season 4 was Frontier, where the kids transformed into the Digimon. And then Season 5 was Digimon Data Squad, which we actually got that name. That name came over here. But no, I would put... Nope, nice try. I would put Frontier above Tamers and Data Squad for sure. I'd almost put... Honestly, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Data Squad at the bottom of my list. And the reason for that wasn't that it was bad. No, it was fine for what it was. It was fine. But, like, it wasn't bad, it was okay. Because they pretty much retconned everything you knew about like, it retconned the first 4 seasons. Because it turned into this whole thing where, in Seasons 1 and 2, people didn't really, like, even through Seasons 3 and 4, people didn't know about the digital world. Like, it was its own separate entity. But then, in Season 5, there was the Data Squad who, the titular characters who were responsible for policing the digital world, where I don't know why that had to be a thing, why humans felt the need to police the digital world, but that's how it worked, and they tried to keep Digimon also on that side, not go into the human world, because they saw them as a threat and didn't want to upset the natural balance of things. If my explanation is off, it's because the whole damn season was weird. But Tamers, on the other hand, was an interesting concept where the first 2 seasons of Digimon Adventure, existed as an anime in their universe the same as it did in ours. So they didn't think Digimon were an actual thing. They thought they were just, a media like they were over here, which I thought that was a really cool concept. And then it comes to find out that's not exactly the case. You come to find out they are actually real, and even the main character ends up creating his own Digimon, which, again, that was another kind of cool concept, that using, a mysterious blue card from their Digimon card game, which, again, it exists as, a separate media in their universe, so why wouldn't there be a card game? But he uses that mysterious card, and it creates his own Digimon. And the funny part is they all get, Digivices like the other seasons. They actually can use the cards from their card game to enhance their Digimon, which... Okay, that's actually... That's a cool concept. I like that, actually. Like, I like being able to use the media from the fictional media into the actual thing. It ties really... It's pretty cool. And it was a lot darker in tone than the first two. It's probably the darkest of the Digimon anime. And wow, screw you too. No! Almost got hit by those diamonds. But Digimon Adventure, essentially what it is, that was my biggest fandom as a Digimon fan, was Digimon Adventure. I watched both of those as they were new on Fox when I was a kid. Absolutely loved love the anime. It's not a ripoff. I'm sorry, it's not a ripoff of Pokemon in the slightest.
Hey,
Sure, it
that
has
was
some
great.
similar things, but
You
hey,
win.
all these things do. Pokemon, Digimon, Monster Rancher. They all involve monsters of some sort. So it's all kind of the same thing. But Digimon Adventure had to be the most excited I was as a fan for it. Like, because I started off watching... Like, I've watched from the very beginning, from the very beginning of Digimon Adventure.
Go for it, Gabumon Digiball.
And a lot of the villains to me from season 1 are from Digimon Adventure. Sorry, I want to keep it in the in the Japanese terminology. But a lot of the villains from Digimon Adventure are so memorable to me.
Now, Patamon Digiball. Digivolution.
You know, including, and I could pretty much do a big run, like, and it's been around for 20 years at this point, so I can do, I can do a breakdown of who all the villains are, because it's not, spoilers for those of you who don't know and want to, would rather watch this for yourself. But it starts off with, and I'm just going to go through a breakdown of the villains. I'm not going to do like an in-depth thing, but it starts off with Devimon, who is their first real threat. But all these Digimon all these enemies are gonna meet their ends at the hands of the kids. But there's Devimon, then there's Devimon, Edamon, which is a Digimon in a reinforced monkey suit who's an Elvis impersonator, because why wouldn't he be? Who actually makes a bit of a side appearance later on in the series as a metal version of himself. Go figure. Then Myotismon, who is one of the one of the coolest villains ever, and he has a lot of really, has a lot of cool Digivolved forms too. But yeah, Myotismon was one of the biggest ones for them, and the first time they actually go back into the real world in the context of the anime, because for the most part, other than like one appearance or one trip early on in the series, the kids don't go back to the human world for a long time. And even with the Myotismon thing, they only spend 2 days in the human world, which not a lot of time, all things considered. Though at that point also they spent, I don't know how long in the digital world. Like, in their time it was definitely months for sure. But the way time also worked at that point from the digital world to the human world is, for every second that passed by in the human world was the equivalent of 1 day in the digital world. And I think the only explanation as to why that is when the main villain from season 1, EpicLuca, when he arrived in the digital world, he threw off the time balance. That's the only explanation I've been able to glean. And that'd be him. Why isn't he in this game, though? That'd be amazing. Like, Reapermon's the only villain in this game, and... Oh no, and I got caught! And I stopped his flaming tornado, but why isn't EpicLuca in this game? Why aren't any of the villains really in this game? That's it. Like, it's a shame that because like I just named off 3 villains right there, plus EpicLuca for 4. Although in between Myotismon and EpicLuca, there were the Dark Masters, creations of EpicLuca. And I didn't even mention them. That was that had to be my favorite arc out of the first season. I would say I would say for Season 2, my favorite arc had to be the Black War Greymon one, just because he was a diverse and pretty, you know, pretty complex character. Wow, that was actually not bad. But no, I would... But why... Okay, and Black War Greymon is in this game. I'll give them that. At least he's here. But there's so many other characters, so many other villains. Why aren't they in this game? In fact, why weren't they in it? Well, that'll be Diatribe I go into for the next round, because we're not going to watch the whole set of credits yet. We're going to end the video here like always. That wasn't too bad, but... Yeah, and I'll show you who we unlocked it, like always at the start of the next video. So, until then, as always, thanks for watching.